This is not a test. This is rock and roll.
I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
You're waking up with the Morning App on 90.5 WASU.
Good morning and welcome into the Morning App on this lovely Monday morning. You're here with Josh, Howie, Molly, and myself, Kristen. How y'all doing this morning?
Ooh, it's Monday, but honestly, I'm kind of ready to get the week done with. I'm ready to tackle it on, see what happens. So I'm pretty prepared.
I feel oddly productive this morning,
Right.
which is weird for my senior year. I haven't felt this once.
Give it an hour.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's going to be cool. I think I have a lot of stuff planned during the week that I'm going to tackle. I'm ready to, take it on one by one. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good this morning.
Nice.
You know what I'm feeling?
Uh-oh.
I'm so ready. I want to do so many more escape rooms since I went to the Mysterium Escape Adventure Room on King Street.
Okay. Okay.
How is that?
We had to do it for a project, TV Studio.
You had to do it for a project?
Yeah, we did it for TV Studio.
What?
Okay.
App State, what?
And
Are we in college?
And I've been wanting to do it for a long time, so when they needed one more, I tagged along, and I had so much fun. I was so competitive. I really didn't want, they give you hints if you need it inside the room, but I didn't want to take a hint. You get an hour time limit to get out of the room or find all the clues and everything. And I really wanted to beat the record, which is actually, I think, 29 minutes and 37 seconds.
That's impressive.
Wow.
That was impressive. And I really wanted that, so I was bummed when that time passed. And then I was bummed when we got to, the 45-minute mark and they decided to use clues, which, to be fair, we kind of needed them. But
Yeah.
it was so much fun. I just
So-
want to solve more puzzles.
Did you guys make it out in time?
Yeah, we made it out with 57 minutes.
Wow.
So you had 3 minutes to
Yeah,
spare.
we only used 2 clues.
Really?
That's not bad, Josh.
I
That's
know.
pretty good.
That-
I was going to say, he looks like somebody that would get, super excited over riddles and stuff like that and,
did.
jump around. And then the second people use clues, he was crying about it or very upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that sounds like something that I want to do. I've never had the chance to do an escape room. I didn't even know they existed till last year when we went to Colorado when we were talking about it. And I was like,
yeah.
what's an escape room? What is it? But it sounds really awesome. I want to, take the time and go and do one.
Essentially, there used to be this game on the internet where it was escape the room, right? But they just took that and put it in real life form. So you're kind of stuck into this, I don't know, some of them have themes. Did yours have a theme?
Yeah, mine was a manor house.
Oh,
It was
that's
a
so
wealthy
cool.
billionaire, millionaire. We had to find his treasure.
Yeah, ours was I don't know, it was, what is it called? With steampunk.
Ooh!
Yeah, ours was
that's
a
pretty cool,
steampunk
actually.
version. Yeah,
I like that.
And we had to find a inheritance or something like that.
Yeah.
But we used about 17 clues, and we got out about a minute after. But the guy buzzed the buzzer on us at the hour mark, and we were like, no, we're so close, we're gonna keep going. And he was like, you can't do that, guys, get out. And we stayed in there for a second, maybe 2 minutes trying to figure it out because we were really close to the end, and we finally got it.
I don't know how to explain it because I'm not giving anything away, but there was just one part where if we knew, there were several times where we knew the answer to the clues, we just didn't do it correctly, or we should have done it better.
Or there's puzzles and you're really close and you're coming at it with the wrong angle.
Yeah, so that was depressing, but we got it done. It was really fun. I just want to do a whole bunch more. It's a great discount with your student ID. It's only $15.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not terrible. But
For an hour of fun?
I don't know. My thought process, okay, I did it with a bunch of kids over summer when I was a camp counselor, but I feel like if you've done one, they kind of all feel the same. So I don't know if I would do another one unless they had a 21 plus escape room with a bar.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Ooh.
You would just sit at the bar.
Well, that would just make it 10 times more interesting. I think that should be a thing. I think we just came up with the next biggest thing, 21 plus escape room.
You look for the clues at the bottom of every single bottle.
Oh, it's not this one, guys, I promise.
Now, see, okay, one of the coolest things, actually, when you're mentioning that, from my hometown in High Point, there's a place called Boxcar, and Molly is also from Greensboro too. So it's you're 21 over, it's an arcade too.
It's a barcade.
It's a barcade.
Yeah.
I think that's the coolest idea ever.
They
Really
have
go
those.
arcade and get drinks.
They have those in Raleigh too. It's so great.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why they don't have the cheap prizes You just play the game.
Like a lottery ticket. You know, the little tickets you get? Sorry, I just got so excited.
Yeah, the like jackpot tickets. Right. Yeah. And so like at normal arcades, you can like turn them in for cheap prizes like Chinese finger cuffs or something like that, right?
Oh, those suck.
Those are so fun.
I don't know how to get out of them.
But they don't have those at the 21 Plus arcade. And I'm like, that's when I would want them the most.
And then you could get like a free drink or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm too excited about this.
Or socks.
That sounds awesome. See,
socks.
I love socks.
See, so many people can make some good ideas, and one of those companies actually is Disney. So Disney actually are making 2 new parks in the next couple of years. One's coming on June 30th. It's going to be Toy Story Land, and it's going to be in Disney World. And then I think next year they're going to have the Star Wars experience. It's going to be in Disneyland and Disney World. But yeah, so June 30th they're going to be opening the Toy Story Land in the Disney Hollywood Studios in Florida. So that's going to be awesome. So they already have a couple attractions already planned and lined up for the event.
Well, they already have some. Yeah, they already have some Toy Story.
Yeah, they do.
Like rides.
MGM,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What would the Toy Story world consist of? Just would you have to dress up as a toy and be in the world of toys? And
No, Josh, you would be the only one that would come dressed up.
I think it's just they're going to add some more attractions and maybe like a Toy Story or Toy Story Land like hotel type thing, something like that. So I think that's what they're planning on doing.
What they should do, they should make every single person dress up as a toy and then have giant robotic humans. So it's like, oh, there's the giant human and I'm the toy.
Yeah, that's totally feasible.
Yeah, they actually said a Good Morning America. They said, oh man, coming at each other early this morning.
It was feasible. I just say that's what they should do.
Well, they said this new land will place guests inside the wondrous world of Woody, Buzz, and their pals, and invite everyone to experience the joy of being a toy. So
I am sorry, but I am really scared of my toys coming to life. When I was little, that was my biggest fear: is my toys coming to life and harming me. So this is my worst nightmare.
Now you get to relive it as an adult. It's going to be great.
Great.
Well, think about it. It's awesome. It sounds like a cool thing.
If you treated your your toys nicely, Molly, then they wouldn't come and hurt you. Because that's what I thought. But I'm like, wait, I'm really good to my toys.
But I didn't want to push my luck, so I was always really good to all of my toys.
Oh, that's
but
hilarious.
it's just so scary. I don't know. That sets me over the edge.
Well, Molly, if you do want to go, it's going to cost you $114
I'm sorry,
to go
what?
for a 1-day pass. It went up $7 because of the new Toy Story Land.
Oh, okay. Only $7. That's really not bad.
So if you want to do
$7, it's still 114.
Yeah, but then you got to do Fast Pass, and you got to pay for your parking for the day. Then you got to take the tram.
It racks
expensive.
up. Yeah, it racks up. And also, if you're a Star Wars fan, like I was saying earlier, Star Wars Galaxy Edge has been announced for next year. They finally said a name. They were like, yes, Star Wars is going to have a big expansion, but now they have a name for it. So it's coming in 2019. They're going to add 2 new attractions to it, as well as a Star Wars themed hotel.
Oh,
so it's going to be themed from top to bottom, and you actually get to be like a part of the world.
I'm really surprised actually that Disney didn't do this sooner, because when Universal came out with Harry Potter World, I was like, okay, Harry Potter's biggest competitor. Well, not competitor, because I don't know if they compete for a fan base, but something similar to that Disney owns is Star Wars.
Right.
And the Harry Potter World, or I think it's just called the Harry Potter Universe or something like that, in Universal, is amazing. And I mean, that's the reason people go to Universal. So I'm surprised they're just now jumping on this, because they should have done this a while ago.
They should have. I think they were trying to figure out what they wanted to really do with it. And actually, so one of the attractions is going to make you feel like you're on a Star Destroyer inside a hangar bay. And the second one is you being in the Millennium Falcon that was piloted by Han Solo. So those are the 2 attractions they have. And then, the Star Wars hotel. I think the hotel is going to be the biggest thing about it, because imagine going to a hotel and it's all Star Wars themed. You see drones going around and everything. That would be awesome. I'm nerding out for it.
I feel like if Disney wasn't doing it, this is some shade here, but I feel like if Disney wasn't doing it, it would have a lot more detail and possibly reach out to the older group, since it's kind of going to be a little bit more kid friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. Star Wars they have fans that are going to be willing to go to Disney just for this. They're not going to go to the other parks or the other attractions. I mean, because I was that with Universal. I was like, oh, Universal is cool and everything, but I'm really just going for Harry Potter. So, yeah, it's at a kid's park, and no, Disney isn't that great when you're an adult anymore, but I feel like this is really going to grab an audience that they weren't reaching prior.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to hear more about it. But what we got coming up on the morning app, Molly's going to be talking about words that don't exist and also Urban Dictionary words that you need to understand from the internet. And it's Mr. Blue Sky Electric Light Orchestra on the app.
And now back to your favorite morning talk show, The Morning App, on 90.5 WASU.
90.5 WASU. It is 8:16 on this dreary morning. Not lovely.
It is lovely.
Yeah,
Everything
there
is
you go,
lovely.
Mom.
Got her.
Way to play along.
Got her.
No. Everything is lovely. Just be happy, people.
Everything is awesome.
No, don't go.
No, please do not.
Everything is cool when you're part of the team.
Yeah,
I don't know
Josh.
why I let you finish that sentence.
Great song, great movie,
Somebody
Lego
mute
movie.
his mic, please.
I'm in control.
I know, mute your mic.
All right, so I don't know about you guys, but oftentimes I find myself searching for a word and I can't really put it into perspective, or in the English language, rather. So I thought it would be interesting to take a look at some words that actually don't exist in English but exist in other languages that we desperately need in English. So, you know, when you eat a lot because you're emotional and you just can't stop and it just keeps going and you're overly full.
Stressy.
Yes.
Cummerspec. Cummerspec.
Come again?
Cummerspec? Now,
Cummerspec.
I'm pronouncing words that aren't in English, so give me a break.
Can you spell it for me?
No.
Can you,
Cummerspec. Cummerspec.
can you
means
use it in a sentence?
Absolutely not. No. It means excess weight gained from emotional overeating. So it's literally grief bacon, and it's a German word that we need here in English because I
Wait,
find that
Cummerspec.
Wait. What'd you just say? Grief bacon?
grief bacon.
Never heard of that in my life.
It's when you eat too much.
Huh.
I'm so
Never heard of that,
Cummerspec. Oh my.
Can we start using these, Howie, around the office?
I'm so Cummerspec today because of work.
Cummerspec. I feel like I'm not pronouncing that right. I feel like I'm pronouncing it very American.
You know what? But you're trying your hardest, and
I
that's
am.
all that matters.
True.
So,
Tartle.
Tartle.
Basically, it's for that panicky hesitation just before you have to introduce somebody whose name you can't quite remember.
Oh.
that is the
Oh.
absolute worst feeling, and I come across it quite often.
Tartle.
Tartle.
No,
That is me.
How you get around that? You go up to the person with the friend you don't know his name. You're like, hey, this is my friend, and then you
Yeah.
do the little gesture to him to give them the name. Then you get the name, and the person gets his name.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do that. That's how
Bulletproof.
I'll get around. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is Molly, and they're like, oh hi, I'm Brenda. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
and then
but-
there you go. I
but
know her
then-
name now.
But then you wouldn't know my name. You'd be like, this is.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what I was trying to say. I was trying to get the example.
Okay, good job.
Okay. This word, because I have anger issues, I love this word. It's a face that badly needs a fist.
Oh my god.
Guess where it comes from?
Isn't that punchable?
German. And it is Backpiefengeist?
Backpiefengeist.
Backpiefengeist is a face that badly needs a fist in it. And it's German. And we need a word like that in English. Pretty please. Let's make one up now.
I don't even want to try to say that again because that sounded really complicated.
Backpiefengeist.
No, it's like Backpiefengeist?
Oh,
Backpiefengeist.
Backpiefengeist. I forgot the P.
Back, peef, and guys.
When you're really, really cold, though, and your teeth chatter and you're shivering?
Yes.
That is actually a word. And it's Zagiska Zaga?
Oh yeah, Zagika.
Help me out. How would you say that? Zaga?
Zaga.
I would say Zaga.
It's Persian.
Zaga Zaga.
Zaga.
Hey.
Zaga. What?
I have no idea.
Honestly, mad respect for this language though, because
No, that's what I'm saying.
Sounds
'Cause
pretty.
we need those vowels, and they just forget them.
If someone's just tuning in right now, they're probably thinking like, "What is going on? We got random."
What are they on?
They know
It was
it's
a
not,
Sunday night.
They know it's not English at all. So.
Basically, another one about seeing a woman who appears pretty from behind but is not in the front.
Ooh.
that is terrible.
I know,
I'm
I
not
know.
okay with that one.
That's like catfishing.
Bakushan?
Bakushin.
Bakushan?
So you say somebody's Bakushin.
It's like, oh, you thought they were pretty, and then they turn around to say hey, and you're like, oh, swerve.
Oh, feels bad, man. Okay, Bakushin. What is that from?
Japanese. It's
Japanese?
Yep.
Bakushin. Okay, that makes sense.
This one I feel like applies to the entire male race. Okay, no, that's so
That's us.
general. I can't put you guys all. I'm sorry. I'm
Wow.
sorry. I take it back.
The shade.
But my boyfriend is always losing his keys. And this one is it means to scratch your head in order to help you remember something that you have forgotten. Okay?
Wait, does that work? You scratch your head?
It helps you remember, yeah.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Panapo'o? Panapo'o?
Pineapple.
It's Hawaiian.
Panapoa.
I'm probably doing none of these cultures justice, and let me say I apologize in advance.
Pineapple.
I'm just trying my best.
Okay.
The day after tomorrow.
That's like...
Zeg?
Zeg.
It's just Zeg. I can
Zeg.
pronounce that one, right?
So like the movie, Day After Tomorrow. So it's Zeg.
So our next show is on Zeg.
Ooh.
Is it on Zeg or it
Or
is
Zeg.
Zeg? Is it just
Our next
Zeg?
show
Our
is
next
Zeg.
show is Zeg, yeah.
I don't know.
I think it would be Zeg. I'm pretty sure.
Zeg, yeah.
But I'm also the girl that said veganism, which I found out was true.
It is a word. It is a word. I had so many people after the show come at me and be like, "Stop giving Molly crap. It's a word."
Thank you, people.
Thank you, general public. But yeah, so those are just some of the words that we do not have in English, and I feel like we desperately, desperately need. And I'm sorry I did not do justice, but I tried my best.
You butchered so many cultures right there.
So sorry.
So many slaughtered.
Well, we just learned some new words that we need, but I have a couple of words here that apparently these are Urban Dictionary words you need to understand the internet.
Oh, please
And-
help me. Please help me.
No, these
Memes?
these are really bad. These are really bad. Okay, I just picked out some interesting ones. We have acapella, which I'm definitely saying that wrong. It's singing badly while listening to music through headphones.
You mean
So it's
acapella?
yeah, no, but it's acapella.
Oh, it's
Oh,
crap.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
crapella.
Which a lot of these words I didn't even know were on the internet.
Okay,
so-
but let's be honest. That's what I do. I don't know the words to any song, and so then I just make sounds, and then I look insane.
I just look at you like, She doesn't
I
know
know.
the lyrics.
I know.
All
I
right,
know.
before I say this one, I'm going to spell it out so you guys know I'm not actually saying a bad word. It's ASKHOLE, an ask hole.
Oh.
Okay? And that is an individual who asks ridiculous, obnoxious, or irrelevant questions.
Oh,
I think
come
I've heard
on.
that
We
before.
all know that person.
I've heard that
Yeah.
one.
We all know.
Oh, I could name a few people.
The shade.
All right, then we got awesome sauce. Something that is more awesome than awesome.
No.
Okay, I've heard that, yes.
I definitely say that sometimes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, when I get just a little in the moment, I'm like, awesome sauce, man.
I also just hate the word awesome.
Yeah, I don't really say it that much.
I don't
You
like
say
love it.
awesome.
Awesome. I don't know.
I say that a ton.
Awesome.
It's not a great
All right,
word.
of course, we have beer me, which is please get me a beer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Kristen.
What time is it? Oh, dang. It's still 8
Too early.
a.m. Still 8 a.m.
All right, we got blamestorming, usually in a business setting, the act of attempting to identify who was to blame for a failure or problem rather than trying to brainstorm a solution.
My gosh. Yes. This happens all the time.
Yeah.
These are words that really should get added to our dictionary. These are words I bet other languages and cultures don't have, and we should own.
Nah, they probably
Copyrighted.
do.
Okay, Howie. A bromance, two
Yes.
heterosexual males with such a close relationship they appear to be romantically involved.
Me and Josh.
It's so scary because professors will come up to you guys and be weirded out with your bromance. Like, it's gotten to that level.
It literally has. Like, all the preppers come all the time. Like, how you Josh knew? I'm like, we're good, man. We're not dating, but it's good.
How was Valentine's Day? Oh, it was great. Me and Josh did this.
Yeah, professors know us now, so.
My only goal. Bropocalypse, a large gathering of adult males with the sole mission of getting drunk.
No,
That
that
is
is my
hilarious.
worst nightmare, though. That is that is my worst nightmare.
We should make one for women.
For women?
Yeah.
Well, we're bros. What are women called?
It's a bropocalypse.
Yeah, what's a group of girls
gal
called?
pop-
Cis-pocalypse?
Ladypocalypse.
Oh, please.
Cis-pocalypse?
Okay, and I'm going to end it with this one. You got legendary, a state of extremely awesomeness popularized by Neil Patrick Harris, character Barry Stinson from How I Met Your Mother.
Legendary isn't a word that you
Legendary.
need to understand the internet. It's a real
Legendary.
word.
No, not
Wait,
legendary.
is it the way you say
Yeah, it's
legend?
legend.
Dairy.
Wait
It's
for it.
like
Dairy.
It's like Chris off of Parks and Rec when he's like literally, not literally,
Yeah,
that kind of
yes.
situation. Okay.
I mean,
Literally
yeah, it's just from a
the
different
same
show,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've never seen How I Met Your Mother. Excuse me.
But on the other side of the break, we are going to be talking movie quotes here on the Morning App.
on 90.5 WASU and WASUradio.com.
90.5 WASU. It is 8:32 on this lovely Monday morning. You heard the joke. Brandi Carlile, her new album just came out this weekend. It is, by the way, I Forget You. And Cool Kids Echo Smith. That was my choice. That's my song. Senior year high school throwbacks right there. So what's the weather like today, Kristen?
High of 57 and a low of 47. Cloudy. Maybe a little rainy, but honestly, these are kind of the days that I love. We all know this. I like the depressing rainy days because it's cozy. You get to curl up with a little book, you know? You don't really get productive.
But we don't actually because we are here.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We work hard, all right? We do it for the fans, all right?
But tomorrow looks absolutely beautiful. 4 golf ball day tomorrow. Sunshine, high of 64. So... get all your work done today, so tomorrow you can go sit on Sanford Mall and do nothing.
That's not what my app told me. My weather app.
Okay, well, the weather app can change, Josh.
BooneWeather.com is accurate.
Yeah, the Weather Channel weather app is not accurate.
It's really not,
I
especially
just
for
do the little
Boone.
weather app on my phone.
Yeah, that one. It's actually run by the Weather Channel. It's not accurate.
It's not, because it's nobody knows Boone Weather.
Yeah.
Like BooneWeather.com.
Yeah.
Because it was made for Boone Weather.
Which is crazy.
Well, this week I have named that movie quote, and I decided to do Will Ferrell.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
Oh, I already have so many in my head.
Yes, I love Will Ferrell so much.
Tell me more.
His movies are my favorite, and I know everybody's like, oh, he's just a mediocre actor, but no, his stuff is so great. I love Will Ferrell movies.
Well, we can tell who you like in
Blades of
movies.
Glory, Elf, Anchorman, hit me with all of them. I got this
Okay,
round.
I haven't seen Blades of Glory, actually.
That was only 3.
You know what? You know what? She'll be fine. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. I am angry. I am like a large tornado of anger swirling about.
Oh, my goodness.
It could be A, Elf, B, Step Brothers, C, Kicking and Screaming, D, Zoolander.
Ooh. Okay. It's between Kicking and Screaming and Step Brothers. I haven't seen Step Brothers in a hot minute. So
Wait,
I'm
what
gonna
was
say,
Kicking and Screaming again? I remember that movie.
He becomes his son's soccer coach.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And he's
Okay.
a pretty inadequate dad, so
Yeah.
to make him a soccer coach was a pretty bad move.
Can
I'm going to
you-
say Kicking and Screaming.
Can you say the
Okay.
quote one more time?
I am angry. I am like a large tornado of anger swirling about.
Me every day.
I think it's Step Brothers.
I'm going to go with Step Brothers as well.
Okay. So, Kristen was right. Kicking and Screaming.
Okay, I was about to be so ashamed if I got that wrong because I just bragged about how much I love Will Ferrell.
I would have felt uncomfortable for you. I'd be like, all right, you know what? Let's just not do this anymore.
I haven't seen
Okay.
that one in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Are you updating our score? Give me that.
Yes,
give me
yes.
That, give me that
Kristen
point.
has 3. Howie has 3, and Josh has 3. You guys are all tied right now.
Oh.
How many do you have?
4. Got him.
After this, she'll be in last place.
Okay,
Yeah,
we gonna
probably.
catch her.
All right. So if we went to a Halloween party dressed as Batman and Robin, I'd go as Robin. That's how much you mean to me.
I already know without the choices.
Step Brothers. B, Talladega Nights. C, Wedding Crashers. D, Blades of Glory.
Oh.
Blades of Glory. Know this.
That is the only one I haven't seen from that list. So,
It's Blades of Glory.
ooh, Josh, what are you thinking?
I mean, if Kristen knows this as well, that's her fatal flaw.
Yeah.
She should have waited until after we
Yeah,
said it.
Kristen.
Yeah, I want to go with Blades of Glory.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Blades of Glory.
Okay, we
Listen,
can't do this.
I
No.
I got
guys
too
should be fair.
excited. This is why I don't play real or fake news anymore. It's 'cause I get
It'll
too
just be this one.
excited.
It'll just be this one. Yeah,
Okay.
Blades of Glory. All
Okay,
of us.
it is Blades of Glory.
Yeah, there we go.
Kristen,
Play that little ding noise. Give me that
Now-
point.
Give us all the points.
Fatal flaw. I'm so
are the
sorry.
worst.
Look at
I
you go,
know.
because you were like, oh yeah, I know it.
I got way too excited.
You'd be terrible at poker, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Poker face, poker
Poker
face.
face.
I have none.
I'm gonna sit here and just kind of hold her arm, and every time I start feeling her heart race, I'm like, shh.
Okay,
sit
let
down.
us answer first.
Yeah, let
Yeah,
them answer
yeah.
first,
Okay.
and you go
Yeah.
last.
Yeah. I'll see her face, and then I'll kind of.
In order to just hide your face, please. You're ruining the game, Kristen. Okay, so good news. I saw a dog today. A, Elf. B, Daddy's Home. C, Megamind. D, Land of the Lost.
This one too. I got
I
this.
think
Megamind was such a good movie.
I haven't seen that one.
You've never seen
No, I haven't seen that
That's
one.
so funny.
I think it's
I forgot it was him.
Daddy's Home. I'm guessing.
I got one, Daddy's Home.
Oh, I know what one this is. That's Elf.
Okay, what do you say, Kristen?
It's Elf.
Yeah,
Is it
very
Elf?
close.
Really?
The good news, I saw a dog
Okay.
today. That's me.
All right, well, Howie, unfortunately, you were wrong.
What? It was an elf? When?
Yes.
He goes up to his little brother after school, and he's like telling him everything, and it's one of the things that he tells him.
Yeah.
And then they get in that snowball
Good
fight.
news. Saw a dog today.
Oh,
Where do you think he'd say that in Daddy's Home?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yep.
Good day, sir.
I deserve that one.
I deserve that one.
Feels bad, man.
I mean, and it's Elf, Howie. You should have known this.
I know. I had to
Come
think
on,
about it. It's
Howie.
been a minute since I've seen Elf, so.
Aye, but you got to go first again.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
gotcha.
right. You ready?
Yep.
Last one. All right. I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal. We've got.
Oh.
I
I
got
am
4 for 4.
I am
got 4 for
terrified
4.
of you. I am so
Can you
scared of
stop
Kristen right
dancing?
now.
Look, I love Will Ferrell way too much.
Okay, what are the choices, though?
So we have A, The Campaign, B, Anchorman, C, Stranger Than Fiction, and D, Bewitched.
I think it's Anchorman.
Yeah.
I think
Can
it's
you say it
Anchorman.
one more time?
Yeah.
I think it is Anchorman, but
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal. We have A, The Campaign, B, Anchorman 2, C, Stranger
Anchorman
Than
2.
Fiction,
Oh.
D, Bewitched. Sorry, I forgot to include
Oh,
that
it's
2 in
Anchorman
there.
2.
Oh, that changes
Ooh,
everything.
Yeah, that
What?
changes everything, I think.
oh,
I
Kristen.
can't. I'm trying to remember Anchorman 2. I only saw it once. It was a while ago.
Kristen
I never
doesn't
saw the
remember it.
campaign, so I'm thinking like,
Yeah, I haven't seen the campaign either.
It's one of those two. It's
Have
gotta
you
be.
ever seen the campaign, Kristen?
Yeah.
Oh, you have.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I
Okay,
like most
we
Will
have
Ferrell.
Will Ferrell's biggest fan right here. Of course, she's seen it.
Okay, but I don't know. You guys have to cast your vote first.
I mean, I'm gonna go Anchorman 2
Yeah.
because I haven't seen the others.
Yeah, I'm
and-
gonna stick with it.
Okay.
Anchorman 2.
Are you sure it's Anchorman 2? Because this is quote is definitely in Anchorman 1.
It could be in both of them. You never know.
May be in both of them. I don't know, man. You
Okay.
can tell me.
Did you
I'm gonna
see
go for
Anchorman?
Anchorman.
We'll just say Anchorman.
Did you see Anchorman 2?
I have not seen Anchorman 2. It's on my list. to
Biggest
watch.
Will Ferrell fan has not seen Anchorman 2.
Well, the first one's better, just in case you wanted to know. So.
It's Anchorman 2. I'm gonna say this is. I'm so nervous because if I get it right, I'm 4 for 4 on my Will Ferrell movies.
So I hate to burst y'all's bubble,
No.
but you're right.
Why you do me like that?
I could see the fear in Kristen's eyeballs. So Kristen, you have 6, and Josh,
what I'm
actually, you have
talking
6.
about.
Howie, you have 5. I am in last place with 4.
Okay.
Well, it's just because you didn't participate.
Yeah, I'm very upset right now.
So wait, does Kristen have it next week? For
Yeah.
the movie
Kristen,
club?
Yeah.
just remember this day because you won't get 4 for 4 on any other movie ever.
No, I will not because I don't like movies. Only Will Ferrell movies, apparently.
Fair enough.
At least they're not Adam Sandler movies, so there you go.
Oh, those are good too.
They're actually
Do not
Hey.
start.
No, 50 First Dates is a pretty good movie, not gonna
Maybe
lie.
I'll do that for mine when it comes.
Okay,
to my turn.
I could probably pass, but
Well, coming up next, we'll be talking about getting an animal, possibly a dog, with your significant other. Is it good for your relationship? Is it bad? I don't know. Find out after the break. And now back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU.
Welcome back to the morning app on 90.5 WASU. And as always, and forever and ever and ever, it's our relationship segment.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Hey.
Yeah,
Oh, it's still
so I want to let the song play out the rest of the 5 minutes it's got. But pressing topics here, okay? Is it a good idea would you ever
Yes.
get a dog
Yes.
with,
Yes.
Josh, with your significant other?
Yes.
Ooh.
I have so many opinions about this. So many.
Don't need them. Yes.
Okay, well, you know what, Josh? No.
Okay,
Kristen,
well,
continue.
This
Say what you gotta
is going to
say.
be interesting. Okay, so I've been researching this a lot. My boyfriend currently, I think he wants to get a dog. I'm kind of pushing for him to get a dog because, it's a dog. But, but we were talking about, like, would we ever get one together? What's, like, our next steps in our relationship and stuff like that. I don't know. Right now, I've always told myself I'm not going to own a dog as long as I live in an apartment because I believe that my dog needs a yard and the pet fees are ridiculous and I'm not going to want to pay them. Some people love their animal and they want that. That's fine. You live in an apartment with your animal. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
But so we've been talking about it and I thought it was kind of interesting because I know some people are very against getting a dog with your significant other. Some people are very pro getting a dog with your significant other. A lot of the research I was doing was like, it's going to benefit your relationship. It's going to benefit your health. It means that you trust each other. You see a future long term with the other person. And so also, if you're wondering if you should, there's a BuzzFeed quiz for that, of course.
Oh, cool.
Love it.
Always a BuzzFeed quiz for everything in life. So if you're debating getting a dog with your partner, you can take a BuzzFeed quiz. Think about it, talk about it. It's definitely not a subject to take lightly. What do you think, Molly?
I think if you've been together for X amount of years.
What's X, though?
Probably like multiple years, not your 1 year. Like I would do like 3 or 4, just because I've seen so many of my friends get dogs with their significant others, get engaged or XYZ, get the dog, and then they break up and then they're fighting over the dog. Mm-hmm. And like, then it's kind of like, well, the dog likes me better,
But
I've seen
he's
that.
mine and I paid for him.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you get into that sticky situation. That's more my issue with it more than anything, not for the dog itself, because most people, if good people will take care of a dog, right? So, but I do not think that it's a good idea if you don't see that person being in your life for a long period of time.
Yeah.
But clearly they do if they're getting a dog with them.
Yeah, but some people just buy dogs to buy dogs, I've noticed, at least in this town, and then they just get rid of them or don't take care of them.
Yeah.
Well, here's my whole feeling about the if we break up type thing. There's couples that get engaged and break it off. There's people that get married and still break it off. So it's like, well, at that point it's divorce. But like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, at what point should you feel comfortable enough to get a dog with that person? So it's like, of course they wouldn't get a dog if they don't think they're going to be long term. So it's like, is it worth the risk?
Yeah. See, for me, I wouldn't get a dog with my significant other unless we're like engaged or married, because like if somebody there's something happens in a relationship where you do break up, then what happens with the dog afterwards? Do you have to take it to animal shelter for adoption? Do you want to keep it?
You come up with the terms before that. You'd be like, hey, if we ever break up, I get the dog.
Right. But I think personally, I would just avoid that completely until I'm dating them. What I would do? I would marry somebody, get a dog first, then have children.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
I feel like that's how it typically works. But some couples are jumping the gun. They're getting the dog prior to engagement or prior to marriage.
Okay, this BuzzFeed quiz sucks. Okay, like
oh my gosh,
the first question, if you click, do you live together? If you click no, automatically they go, you're not ready for a dog. I'm like, okay. So I click,
see that
no,
though.
that's true. Where's the dog gonna go? Between two apartments?
That actually, I'm gonna add that to my point. If you're living together, you know what, man, go for it. But if it's like separate living situations, then it gets a little tricky. It's like, well, I get him Monday night. It's like
to be honest, I thought that was assumed. I thought because
I didn't, to be honest, because I've seen so many people that don't live together and like
they claim a dog.
Yeah, I've seen it happen quite often.
I think living together is step one, because then the dog wouldn't have two homes.
Cool. I'm down with that then. That's fine.
Here's my opinion on it. Ready? So I think though that it might be easier. Prenups are a thing. I think it might be easier to have one person in the relationship buy the dog, put the, sign the adoption papers, do all that stuff in their name. That way, in case and it is your dog, you're sharing
That's
it,
what you
you're
should
both
do.
loving it. But if you do end up breaking up, it's very evident that the dog goes to that person.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still feel like it's kind of a step that doesn't need to be there at all, honestly. Like, dogs are awesome. I love having a dog, but I would just wait till marriage, personally.
Oh, wow, okay.
I like it because then you really find out with your significant other if, hey, how good are they at taking care of a dog? How good are they at cleaning up? How good are they at feeding and like taking care of it and everything? Like,
yeah,
it could rip your relationship in half, but I mean, at least you know, because
Yeah.
you can't take care of a dog, you can't take care of a cat, you can't take care of a baby, you can't
Right.
take care of your significant other.
Yeah, fostering a dog too. That's also one step. So you can do that for a year. Test out, see how your significant other is with the dog, and then in the future you can maybe we can get a dog together and make it work.
Then you have to get rid of the dog, don't you?
Oh yeah, that's the
You
worst
could
part.
you could
Fostering.
adopt it. You could adopt it if it worked out and you were taking care of the dog properly and the shelter thought so. But
Yeah, that's the worst part of fostering. But
I don't know. I think as long as it's in one person's name, I see no problem with getting it. As long as you're living together, obviously, don't make the dog have two homes. That's crazy. It's not,
Yeah.
That's just absurd. But I don't know. I think it's something that is dependent on the relationship. It's a situational
it's definitely
thing.
situational. I agree.
Definitely.
Well,
So, yeah.
But if you take the BuzzFeed quiz, if you live together, click yes. What's your joint income? If you do less than 20,000, they still say don't get a dog.
You can get come on. Dogs aren't that
The
expensive.
only thing is, well, it depends on age too, because if you adopt an older dog, like medical fees are pretty expensive.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
they're not. I don't think they're that expensive. I had a dog, and she.
I just want a dog, and
It's not that
BuzzFeed's
pricey.
telling me no.
People can make dogs expensive, but they could eat table scraps and be fine. Like, you don't have to get them organic food that comes from, like,
I would not
Well-
suggest feeding them table scraps,
Eating
but
your table scraps, no.
I mean, do I have a dog? No.
I think that's.
gonna
I'll
kill
give you
that dog.
lessons before you get a dog.
I'm trying to get a goldfish first. That's my next step.
Didn't your beta fish die?
Well, we're just not going to talk about it, Molly?
So note to self: don't let Kristen around animals of any type. But speaking about dogs and marriage and all that stuff, couples staying engaged longer. They're staying engaged longer for money issues because money is tight in this day and age. And so, 30% of the people engaged in the last 2 years delayed their wedding for financial reasons, an increase of 8% from a decade ago.
Okay, that's
So
not bad.
a lot of people are just staying engaged for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Imagine being engaged that long.
I don't know.
Are you sure is it really that long?
Ask Pam help.
I don't know.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I had to.
No,
Too
Pam,
soon.
But I don't know. I would feel like I'd be engaged in like 2 years, maybe max.
2 years is probably a good amount
I
to
think-
save up money.
I think that's pretty average too.
Yeah.
But I also feel like people think that a wedding entails this huge ordeal when you could go to the courthouse. I mean, it's still expensive to get your marriage license, I'm pretty sure. But you could just go to the courthouse, get a cute dress, and do that.
Yeah.
No, there's definitely. I mean, our friend Alicia is about to get married. She's doing it for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
It is what you make of it. But I do think too, this money issue and couples staying engaged longer might because people are getting engaged pretty young right now.
Yeah.
And they don't have money. They don't have a career yet. They're still a barista or something, and then side hustling with another, part-time job in the industry that they want to be in. So it's like, how are we supposed to save up money?
Yeah.
So I think it could be that too. Our age.
So you got to save up money for your engagement and also getting a dog with your significant other. So, I don't know what the ways that plays out, but
Get a dog.
Josh says get a dog. Go get a dog.
There's no question.
On Wednesday, we are going to have Taylor Ann coming in. We're going to be talking about celebrity stuff like normal. Thank you for tuning in to the Morning App and hope you have a lovely Monday.